8:03 now, 3 minutes after 8 o'clock, KQRS News and Information. Is our guest ready to go, Candace?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tricia Menzhuber. How you doing, Tricia?
Good. How are you this morning?
Not too bad. I used to look across the Mississippi at you guys over there from North Minneapolis to Northeast Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the beautiful bridges now.
Yeah, well, that's true. They are now. You're right. St. John Paul II Catholic School in Northeast Minneapolis this year launched the Newcomer Experience, a program developed to help ease the transition for new immigrants. There is no comparable program at any other school in the Twin Cities, so I'll just shut up and I want to listen to all about this. You're talking about grades 2 to 6, or 2 to 8, right?
That's right. We do have newcomers starting in preschool, but we can often accommodate those students in the classroom since everyone's learning how to read and learning formal English and learning about culture in their community. So really we started this experience for those students who are older when they come to us, but are brand new to our country and our community.
Are there so many people coming to the United States from around the world now? It comes and goes. A lot of people come in and then it stops for a while and then they come in again. What is it just the experience they're having elsewhere in the world? Obviously, you have some Ukrainian people involved, I would guess, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think there's always that trend of immigration that comes and goes, and being an ethnic hub here in the Twin Cities, Northeast has a lot of services, faith communities that have shifted who they serve. So your once Polish immigrant church is serving Ecuadorian families. Your, Czech church is now reaching out to Central Americans. It's a shifting demographic, but I don't think it's ever really stopped.
Oh, no, it's never stopped, but there are waves of it that are pretty interesting. But I have to ask you, Tricia, if America sucks so much as the news says, why do people want to come here? I don't get it.
I know. Well, I just love that our students choose us and that they have a lot to offer our community. So we are excited to serve them.
Now, these young children come in ages grades 2 to 8. I got to believe those grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 kids. Are they very close knit to one another, but closed mouth to everyone else? I mean, how long does it take for them to get comfortable with this idea?
That's a great question. Every child's a little different, though the stages of cultural and language acquisition seem pretty steady. Most children just take it all in when they first come, but we have a few that right away jump in and make relationships. So our newcomer experience is all about creating a welcoming community where they can find friends. And their friends aren't always within their language or ethnic groups. Their friends could be the mentor students that have been helping them out on the playground learn how to make snow angels or play soccer in the snow, which is a thing in Minnesota, as we all know.
Well, I don't know about you, but, no, it's got to be a wonderful experience. I suppose at first they're a little, like I said, close to the vest and all the rest of it. But as you go forward, this must be a wonderful, wonderful feeling for these kids.
I hope so. I think it is. We do survey them. We also talk with them about how things are going, not just at school, but at home and in Minnesota and just in this new foreign country of the United States. So we do try to keep our finger on the pulse of their broader health and wellness, particular, things that surprise us like diet changes, right? The food
Right.
is so different here, and those can cause problems, or they can be really exciting. They love some of the new foods they're trying. So it's just really keeping our fingertip on that pulse and making sure that they have what they need and time to express themselves.
Well, this next paragraph is interesting. The newcomer experience includes a dedicated English language teacher, as well as a Minnesota social studies course in Spanish and math tutoring in primary and native languages. The program is expected to be a 3-year experience with gradual inclusion in the regular classroom and full inclusion after the 3rd year. So basically, are they welcoming the chance to just kind of come here and blend in and become part of the whole community?
Yeah, we do try to seek a balance between honoring their culture and celebrating what they have to share, because like every school here in Minneapolis, we represent a lot of different cultures. There's no one hugely dominant, so we want to make sure that they can do that, but also they need to be able to navigate the world here, especially American schools and later high schools, and if they want higher education. So we have to prepare them for those experiences as well.
I will tell you something, Tricia. I went to Catholic school in North Minneapolis from the first grade all the way through the 8th grade. And I look back, and those are some wonderful, beautiful memories, just hanging out with my buddies and having a good time, learning together and all the rest of it. Look, I grew up Catholic, so I suppose I'm going to say I've seen the Catholic schools give all the way back when I was a little child. They were very, very giving back then even.
Yeah, absolutely. And I bet some of the same traditions you experienced, we still do. We are grateful for our partners in Northeast Minneapolis. We have a Giving Tree project through Holy Cross here that every student gets a Christmas gift from St. Nick himself, who comes to visit. And we are excited to be able to celebrate the holidays that way. We just did a large winter clothing drive, apparently just in time for our newest wave of weather coming. And our families are really grateful, but they also help each other, which is so cool. They're mentors to each other, really cultural brokers as new families come in. So we are a very blessed community for sure.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was my next question. How is the surrounding community, the community right around St. Paul II Catholic School, how is the community handling this? Are they helping?
Absolutely. They would love to do more. So if there are native, Spanish and Ukrainian speakers that want to come tutor or be involved, we're always looking for that support too.
See, I just think it's a wonderful idea. Whose idea was this, by the way, Tricia?
Well, it was really a team approach here. As we started to have newcomers come into the school, we were a very small school even 5 years ago. We really wrapped the students around in support, and it took a lot of individual efforts coming together as a team. And finally, that team is like, I think we can do this more systematic, easier, so we can welcome more newcomers in and take what we've learned, our best practices, and be able to implement them right away with a little less pressure on so many people. So key positions like you were talking about, an ESL teacher, a full-time social worker who is bilingual, English, Spanish, those moves were all toward building to this launch so that we could be better and do better at serving these immigrant families.
And I think we could all learn from this, like trying to help one another. Looking back again at St. Joe's church and school that's not even there anymore. It was right down on 11th Street and 11th Avenue and 4th Street actually is where it was. And I went there for 6 years, just absolutely loved it. We had every kind of student. We had a lot of students that would come in from other countries, some speaking French, some speaking, an African language or whatever. It was a great experience. And I bring that up, Tricia, because I wanted to tell you, as a fellow student, it was a great experience for me watching all that.
Yeah, I truly believe it is a gift, both as receiving these families and for the families who get to be here. That intercultural exchange still happens. We share a lot of the same values of, pride in our community, love of family, development of the faith and the whole child. And so it's beautiful to be able to partner together.
It is indeed. Tricia, thank you for your hard and great work. I think it's just wonderful. I watched a bit of it, not to this extent, what you're doing at St. John Paul II Catholic School in Northeast Minneapolis, but thank you for your great work. Look, the more we work together and come together, the better the world is. So could you teach some adults the same lessons you're teaching the children? That'd be nice.
Well, I'm learning as I go, too. And if there's one thing I can say, yes, we're all lifelong learners in this mission. So
there's no question. Tricia, thank you so much. Tricia Menzhuber, St. John Paul II Catholic School in Northeast Minneapolis, newcomer experience. Stay in touch, Tricia. I want to hear how it's working out for you, okay?
Sounds great, Tom. Thank you, team.
Merry Christmas to you.
You too.
Nice situation there. That brought back so many memories of being in school over at St. Joseph's, like I said, right across the river from where she's talking